Bruh.
Sorry. I just got excited.
On Monday, June 14th, Disney Plus ordered its next animated series from Lucasfilm, Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Fresh off of the critically acclaimed series finale of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the Disney Plus original series will premiere on the streaming service in 2021. The series follows the elite and experimental clones of the Bad Batch, first introduced in the Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of Bad Batch, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the Clone Army, each possess a singular exceptional skill, which makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers in a formidable crew. In the post-Clone War era, they'll take on daring mercenary missions as they struggle to stay afloat and find their purpose. Given new and existing fans, the final chapter of Star Wars: The Clone Wars has been an honor at Disney+, and we are overjoyed by the global response to this landmark series, said Action Drew, Senior Vice President of Content at Disney+. While The Clone Wars may have come to its conclusion, our partnership with the groundbreaking storytellers and artists at Lucasfilm Animation is the only beginning. We are thrilled to bring Dave Filoni's vision to life through the next adventures of the Bad Batch. I would like to put emphasis on the word singular, because the Bad Batch members each only possess an individualistic trait that depicts the chosen stereotype. For Wrecker, he's the burly meathead, Tex the smartass, Longshot's the stoic fight sharpshooter, and Rambo's Rambo. He wears a cool bandana, acts tough, and not much else. So, Disney thought that it was an ingenious idea, then, to make a TV series dedicated solely to one-dimensional characters, meant to be an exemplar of the given trope. Well, that's not the only problem. This video will describe the two incredulous fallacies with producing the Bad Batch TV show. Not only the characters were severely underdeveloped in the arc included in the 7th season of the Clone Wars, but this could possibly be considered the third time now in which the Clone Wars was supposed to come to an end. Creating a spin-off series revolving around side characters introduced in its predecessor isn't inherently a terrible idea. In fact, a potential valiant aspect of the Bad Batch series is that the characters have the potential to develop, attain new traits that divert from their originating personalities. However, the characters in question, as acknowledged by the StarWars.com press release for the show, are supposed to each possess a singular exceptional trait, with that singular exceptional trait defining the entirety for each character's general existence. For characters meant to be an infallible elite group of clones, they do possess a potent amount of fallacies because they all rotate around their bare-bone personality. Additionally, for a show meant to show the human side of identical soldiers, the Bad Batch weren't developed to be provided the same affectionate treatment by the show directors. Put this into perspective. The Bad Batch had 4 episodes with their potential development in Clone Wars, in which Dave Filoni and company could have highlighted what made the group such interesting characters. They already had an intriguing narrative, 4 characters bred specifically to be a specialist in some aspect of combat. They could have done literally anything with the characters, for instance portray them as snobbish and possessive of false air of superiority, and bickered with the clones that they interacted with in those 4 episodes. This could have created some sort of inner conflict within the Republic forces. However, the entire story is centered around them being dominant in the given field of expertise, barely even insinuating a falling out due to their elite skills, and every character in the group being frail characteristic-wise. In comparison, Captain Vaughn from the Mandalore arc of Season 7 died almost immediately after his introduction, and I care about him so much more than I did with the Bad Batch's 4 episodes of Greedon. The group was written so poorly that I care more about a character scene for 2 minutes, a character written just to die instantly after its welcoming into the series. While the Bad Batch could be improved upon in the series, the fact still remains that they squandered to be even remotely interesting when the writing was practically on the paper for the intrigue in the Season 7 premiere arc, and that makes me pessimistic about that possibility. Following Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm in 2012, The Clone Wars was subsequently cancelled and forced to end abruptly on Cartoon Network. A few months ago, in 2020, the show came to a much more satisfying conclusion on May the 4th. Disney hyped the fact that the latest season in the series was going to be its last, making it a huge focal point throughout their various forms of marketing. Then a mere 2 months subsequently after the finale of The Clone Wars, the Bad Batch show was unveiled. Disney saw the positivity and buzz swirling from the show's emotional ending, and knew that there was still money to capitalize on in the tank, more investments to be made. This isn't a passion project pursued by Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni. This is a cheapskate way to take advantage of a popular product. If the high amount of praise for the final 4 episodes isn't convincing enough, just take a glance on the third market party for retired Clones products. Lego minifigure versions of Ahsoka and Captain Rex alone go for upwards of $100. To put that into perspective, there's going to be an updated Ahsoka figure in the summer LEGO AAT set that includes her, a 332nd Trooper, 2 battle droids, and an AAT. A much better value than for a retired figure on its own, right? Dave Filoni and contributing partners over at Lucasfilm and Disney know what they have, and they know that's incredibly successful. They want this success to be prolonged for as long as possible, and they're going to start milking it with bland characters. I recently discussed Artemis Fowl on this channel, and one of the main vocal points I discussed was that it was the pinnacle of a decline for Disney, a time where they make lazy live-action renditions of fabled classics. In my opinion, that seems to be the same direction for the Clone Wars. Side series narratives where a single group of characters are divulged to the highest of imaginable degrees. Not every character needs a TV show, and that includes the Bad Batch. To be frank, while I still wouldn't have liked it, I would have preferred a Martez sister arc. At least they had a robust personality that made me feel something for them. Burning resentment, yes, but I felt something for them nonetheless. While I thoroughly enjoyed the Clone Wars for the most part, I can't say the same thing about the prospect of a Bad Batch series, and for the prospect of side stories for Clone Wars either. In my opinion, just let it die. Let it die. Let it shrivel up and die.